Oh my god. The short video at the beginning is Alan's current mood. Dog Village's mother is really gone. More than 100 million retail investors were liquidated in 1 hour. And it's a double explosion of long and short. Not a blade of grass grows. Oops. Alan is just about to release a show. It turned out such big news. What to say about the SEC's approval of spot ETFs that make the pie bigger? A big positive line was pulled to more than 30,000. It turned out to be fake news. Fell rapidly again. Now both the bulls and the bears are gone. Oh, I'm really angry. But there is a saying that the K line is pulled up now. It is a C-wave decline that forcibly breaks the wave theory. Because shorts are cold. So it's actually not that bad in the future. Maybe this is a lifesaver. But if you want stability, wait and see for another day or two. Let's wait until the K line stabilizes. Otherwise, entering the market now is gambling. The risk is too great. I will put the specific liquidation data in the middle of the program. Okay, let's get to the main topic today. Big money has entered the market. 9.99 billion this continues to flow into exchanges. Bitcoin will be halved soon. Some people seem really anxious. TRP doubles the burst, upset for the huge loss. And the coin we're going to talk about today, about to challenge the world's fastest public chain. Once achieved, how many times will it increase? Let's come and see it together with Alan. First of all, the one mentioned at the beginning is very shocking. Shocking data. Everyone look at the picture. In the picture, the green line represents the amount of us on the exchange. The yellow line represents outside the exchange. That is, the amount of us on the chain. During last year's bear market, everyone can clearly see it. As on the chain, which represents yellow, has dropped sharply. They all moved to the exchange to buy loans. This caused the green line to surge. This data is easy to understand. Just a lot of you, from cold wallet to exchange for bargain hunting. Because it was a bear market at that time. Big investors sold at the 21-year high. Then I bought it back during the bear market last year. Then during the calf market in the first half of this year. The smart money is taking profits again. Sell the coins to you at a high price. Then mention it to your cold wallet. Therefore, in the first half of the year, you from the stock exchange began to flow out. This data can be clearly seen on the chain. But has everyone discovered it now? The situation is now reversed. The big players in the chain are preparing to buy the bottom again. Large amounts of us continue to flow into exchanges from cold wallets. S in the exchange has now reached 9.999 billion United States dollars. This is the highest level since March this year. So to put it bluntly, big money never leaves the market. They are waiting patiently, waiting for retail investors to leash hope. When you think Bitcoin is going to cool down, start opening a position. Sure. Slowly remove those who have no knowledge of Bitcoin. Zook them all out. Then they will start directing and acting on their own. Create a bull market. Let legs chase higher. Sell them the coins at a high price. Then wait for the bear market to come. These people will buy the coins back again, over and over again. In fact, it's not just the currency circle. What are shares and US stocks like? It's all with those who don't know anything. Otherwise, how Wall Street tycoons got their trillions in net worth? In fact, compared to the stock market, the currency circle is the fairest. But it's also a place that depends most on your cognition. Because the data on the chain is open and transparent. Look at this data. We can see it if we pay attention. What you can see are the new people. They don't understand and won't read. Always make wrong judgments, resulting in more losses and less wins. Always been harvested by smart money, like TRP which doubled yesterday. This has long been traced on the chain. Look at these 7 giant whales. I was accumulating TRP as early as last month. They're from BN and OE in total. 15 million US dollars of coins were transferred. You must know that the total market value of this project is only 100 million. They actually bought it for 15%, which is very scary. Look at the price they paid. They're all about $20 or $30. Yesterday, TRP went straight to almost 80 US dollars. So once you recognize this money, you will earn it. Just like when we follow Guchuang to M-Washanks. And now, should you TRP take profit, then you can just look at the addresses of these large households. Did they move to Binance to sell? If they sell it, we will sell it too. If you don't have any coins to sell, then go short at a low multiple, right? And if they didn't sell it, then we can still buy the bottom. Because if the banker doesn't move, it will still rise. So the currency circle is that simple. Just look at cognition. You collect more addresses of smart money, read more data, then it is very easy for you to make money. The Allen member group has these addresses. I'm staring at it every day. As soon as there is any change, I will immediately send it to everyone in the group. These are all passwords to wealth. We Leaks are specifically focused on this. In fact, there is no need to use any leverage. Just buy some spot stocks that don't have the risk of being liquidated. You can also gain a lot. Show babies who are interested in this aspect. Don't miss our membership group. When the market gets a little better later, Allen will raise the price. Then it won't be permanent anymore. It must be an annual fee. So take advantage of it now and still be a permanent member. Babies, you better hold on tight. Okay, let's talk about some news about small coins. That before talking about Allen thought. Let's first answer the questions that everyone is most concerned about right now. That's why this year's calf market will be much weaker than the previous ones. Will there be no big names next year? The trend this year is weak, mainly because it's the middle of Bitcoin's 10-year cycle, the most unlucky year. Because this year, whether it is the United States or Europe, interest rates are at multi-decade highs. For example, the ROI of large companies is the return on investment, for example, 8%. But now they go to the bank for a loan. Bank commercial loan interest rates have soared to 10%. So they took out loans to expand. The interest rate on this loan is higher than the ROI. So now companies are downsizing. And some companies with poor cash flow. You may even be unable to repay the loan and go bankrupt. So major companies are laying off employees. Neither the boss nor the employees have much money. Then, China's economy is also experiencing a Great Depression once in decades. Major real estate companies have closed down. House prices cut in half. Trust is also in trouble. So the world's three major carriages, the United States and Europe, are stalled. Therefore, this year for Circle B, definitely the most stressful year. It's normal for the calf market to be low, but everything will be different next year, because there will be a presidential election in the United States next year. So they must release various measures to stimulate the economy. Favorable policies will also be released. Raise stock prices to please voters. Like before the 2020 election, Trump is ruthless in releasing favorable policies. Various polling plates. Then after the election, Biden won. The Democratic Party also printed money for a year. Give everyone money to give back to his constituents. Show 2020 and 2021. Why is the Fed so tough? In fact, there are also political considerations. That's fine now. There will be another election in the United States next year. The Fed is also preparing to cut interest rates. After the election, the new official takes office, and then there will be 3 fires. A bunch of reforms and incentive policies have been introduced. So this year, in fact, it has been the most difficult year. But the currency circle and US stocks in the next year and after, it will start to move up slowly. Finally, let's talk about the updates of a few small coins. First is the up. Nearly $30 million in tokens will be unlocked in 13 days. This accounts for 2.74% of his current circulation. The selling pressure is not small. Therefore, the currency price should weaken in these 2 weeks. If it has a larger increase during this period, for example, following the market's rise, etc., then I will enter the market and go short. Besides, what about Turing, the king of public chain? The first public test will be held on October 31st. He claimed that this test, he is confident to challenge to become the fastest blockchain in the world. This is definitely a big gimmick. It seems they are very confident. After all, this team is really strong. It was done by the team from Telegram, that is, Paperplane. The number of potential users is comparable to Twitter, so you can ambush a little bit. Let's watch him perform then. In fact, the daily updates of various small coins like this, we all have them in our group. Let you know the pros and cons in advance. Directly changes your winning rate from 50 to 50 to over 80%. So I think this is all free money. What do you think? Well, that's it for today's program. Please click to subscribe. Let's say goodbye to the next round of bull market and freedom of wealth.